it came back to the cockpit so I could reef from there rather than have to go forward to do so. So I thought I would share with you today how I did it, how easy it really was to do. Now, before we get into this and you start watching some of this, you're going to say, this guy really needs to clean that boat up. Oh, that mainsail is really dirty. Yes, it is, and I do plan on getting it cleaned up here pretty soon. Any suggestions on how to clean it without having to take the sail all the way off would be greatly appreciated. Now, what I needed on this was there were a couple of blocks on the boom already for a reef line, but I want to put two of them in. I've got room on the sail for two. I did the upper one, now I want to do the lower one. So I went out and I needed to get two double blocks, one to go on the boom and one to go on the deck, a deck organizer, and just a small cleat to cleat it off once I put everything together. Other than that, I pretty much had everything. And I used a 5/8 inch line, and I think the total distance, it's going to vary with your boat, but I think I used like 75 or 78 feet of line. So let me show you a little bit about how I went about doing this. Here's the deck of the boat, then my mast, the boom, and then here's the Dodger in here, something like that. And then of course the sail, let's do that in a different color, comes down and over like so, not quite in order. Then the reef points, there's, now let me try this. There's one here, 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 and here. So the idea was, I just tied a bowline onto this reef point here, came down to this block, came over, up through this reef point, down on the port side, down to the deck where I had the double pulley, back to the deck organizer, and into the cockpit. And that's really as easy as it was. But what I discovered while I was doing this, that this point here, where I just had it tied as a knot, it didn't really pull the sail the way I thought it really should. It kind of sat off to the, now it's worked in the past, but what I decided to do is I took the bowline out and I ran this line through and came down on the port side of the boom and tied that off. And I think that made that a lot tighter and had more outhaul to it than the original way that I did that. Well guys, I hope that made some sense, and it's like I said, it worked out before with me tying the bowline to the reef point, but I think it's going to work out a lot better now that I brought that line down and attached it to the boom. I think it's got more pull, more stability to it. Anyway, let me know what you think, and until next time, happy and safe boating to you, your family, and friends.